What's good? It's your boy Tad Money, and today I'm gonna talk about the Xbox Temple. Like the Xbox Temple is just a knockoff of the Santana Temple, but looking how dedicated they are to what they to the atheism and everything that they got going on, I feel as though that the Xbox community needs an Xbox Temple to where we can be dedicated to the Xbox brand and also to the community and also everything about Xbox, you know what I'm saying, to the Fan Fest, pilgrimage, and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So when it really come down to it, though, the Xbox Temple is really meant for the metaverse, but at the same time, it could be meant for the real world as well. And that's doing community things, doing throwing functions of playing Xboxes and stuff, because a lot of esports arenas and hangouts have been shut down due to the pandemic. And since they have been shut down, there's nowhere to go, to meet up with gamers and play with gamers and stuff like that. I mean, they have it in Berkeley, but that's too far. But, I don't trust Uber anyway. But at the same time, I have no choice but to be stuck in the house. You know what I'm saying? I can't get no ride nowhere. Like I said, I go to the store, get some food, and go to 7-Eleven, get cigarettes. And that's pretty much all I need to do. And also I get my mind and taking me to the campus club. But no, when it really comes down to it, the Xbox Temple, you feel me, will be the dedication to the Xbox community and everything, and also to the community at large. Like we're gonna do volunteer work, you know what I'm saying, doing volunteer this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like I do Caltrans, I do janitorial, but when I come to Caltrans, picking up trash by the freeway and stuff, that's what I mostly do. In that part of the time, I do that part of the work, but I work full time. But I am working on a book talking about Xbox, and as I'm working on this book, what I'm saying, I'm working on the introduction side, and it's hard for me to focus because in the introduction side, I'm going through the history of Xbox and everything about Xbox. But once I'm done with that part, then I can get to the techno philosophy of what I want to teach. Because it's hard for me to put in words, do these video vlogs, you know what I'm saying. But at the same time, even though I'm repeating myself and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying. You can say I'm high, but I'm not that high. But you know what I'm saying, because we out here in California is not best. But other than that, though, the Xbox Temple will be the dedication to the Xbox community and also the Xboxpunk Religion and the Xbox Metaverse that we hope and dream of seeing. Knowing that Microsoft is buying studios and stuff like that is our moment of really just making a religion out of the Xbox brand. You know what I'm saying? Making a religion out of Xbox brand for the sake of the metaverse, but also the sake of the real world as well. You know what I'm saying? Like other religions, they might get into the metaverse as well. I don't know. I don't know about Christianity, but definitely Islam and Judaism, but and probably Buddhism and Hinduism as well. I don't know exactly, but when it comes down to homegrown, born metaverse religions, Xbox Punk is a metaverse religion when it comes to virtual spirituality and gaming in general. You know what I mean? So when it really comes down to it, me being an Xbox Punk, I had to, really dedicate my time of really building a strong community behind Xbox. Like I'm not saying people not to play Nintendo and PlayStation. You can play Nintendo, you can play PlayStation. But when it comes down to your religious point of view or your religious point of dedication or spending time with, is the Xbox. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to multiplayer and also the console exclusives, even though they're on PC and stuff. But the thing is that Xbox is on top of the game, but Microsoft, they got the bread, you know what I'm saying? They're worth over $1 trillion, you know what I'm saying? Microsoft is planning on working on the metaverse for the Microsoft community. But when it comes to the metaverse and the Xbox community, they need someone like me to really shape that, you know what I'm saying? To really put that out there and really put it in full view. That's why when it comes to the Xbox Punk Religion, we all about technology and also gaming and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Definitely gaming, but also technology as well. You know what I'm saying? On 9 yards. But at the same time, Microsoft will always be my fixer when it comes to being, every Xbox Punk fixer when it comes to being an Xbox fanboy. But when it really comes down to it, this is what I want to create. This is what I want to put out there. The Xbox Temple will be the fourth running and the full blown running of the Xbox culture. You know what I mean? So when it really come down to it, that's my hope and that's my dream. So the Xbox Temple will be just a knockoff of the Satanic Temple, but we gonna be doing gaming events, volunteer work, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Just like how some of the Satanic, besides all the abortion crap, but some similar, they volunteer and help out there. I saw that documentary too, but hey, so I just look at I had no choice but to watch the documentary because, I want to build, reason why I want to build something out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to a strong, dedicated community, Xbox is a strong, dedicated community when it comes down to pleasing our family. You know what I'm saying? Xbox is a huge family. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to gaming and stuff like that. But when it comes down to it, this is my ultimate goal and wish. You find, like I said, I gave away my Nintendo Switch. You know what I'm saying? When I gave it to my coworker, he was speechless. You know what I'm saying? He was down there speechless. He was like, I can't believe you gave me your Nintendo Switch. I'm like, bro, I'm dedicated to Xbox. This is how serious I am about Xbox. Like when I gave it, I don't get me wrong, it was a damn shame I gave it a PS2, but at the same time, when the original Xbox came out, something told me this is the console for you. And now I'm working on a book talking about Xbox. It might be the first book, dedicated to the Xbox community and culture. So basically what I'm trying to say is that I'm trying to build an empire off of Xbox within the metaverse, mostly in the metaverse. I don't know about the real world, but definitely in the metaverse. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's one thing I'm trying to build. You know what I mean? So, when it comes down to it, it's gonna be a great future for gaming and for Xbox. The whole 9 yards. And like I said, I ain't got nothing against PlayStation or Nintendo. I ain't got nothing against them. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause when you really look at it, Xbox is winning already. You know what I'm saying? They're the new Disney. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Microsoft being the new Disney, but at the same time, they are winning right now. Xbox is definitely winning, especially with their Game Pass. Like I don't care if I give my hard-earned money to Microsoft every month, $15 a month. Like I'm willing to give $15 a month to Xbox. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't got no problem with that. You know what I mean? Or $16 a month, however much it costs. But that's the one thing I want to say. This is your boy Time. I'm finna sign off. That's what I want to say. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I worship my Xbox consoles, but they're downstairs right now, so I haven't been worshiping them. But at the same time, this is what I'm all about. This is what I want to put out there. You know what I mean? So that's all I want to say. I want to put out there. So when it really come down to it, though, y'all, this is what I'm all about. This is what I want to put out there. You feel what I'm saying? This is what I basically want to put out there. You know what I mean? So, and that's one thing I want to say. Like, yes, Xbox Temple will be, the greatest, community that I will ever create. I'm an Xbox techno philosopher. I'm all about Xbox. You know what I mean? So that's one thing I want to say. So when it really come down to it, though, that's all I want to say. I want to put out there. So when it comes down to the Xbox Temple and the Xboxpunk Religion, it's gonna make Xbox popular. It's gonna make Xbox a biggest cult following gaming community in the world, and that's what I'm trying to say. This is your boy Ty Money.